everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina and this week I'm going to be trying to make homemade bread. I am so excited to try this. To be honest, I was a little intimidated because I know that there is a science to getting the bread to rise and I was so afraid I was going to mess something up. So this recipe I've never made before. I just Googled, good old Google, what the best homemade bread recipe is, and this is what came up. I'm going to show you how to make it. It's really easy. It does take a good amount of time because you have to let the bread rise for a little bit, but nothing is really too hard to do. And to be honest, if I can do it, you can totally do it. So if you like bread making videos, smash that thumbs up below. And if you'd like more weekly dinner inspiration, please subscribe to my channel as I release videos every Wednesday. So without further ado, let's make dinner. We're going to take some dry active yeast. Each packet has 2 1/4 teaspoons, but I need 2 1/2. So I'm going to use 1 full packet and then a 1/4 teaspoon of another packet, just so I make sure I have the right amount, because you really don't want to mess around with measurements like this since it is kind of a science to making it rise. 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. Mix that up. Measure out 2 cups of warm water. You want the temperature to be about 110 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Add in our warm water. Stir gently all of that up. Let this sit for 10 minutes. And this right here is after only about 2 minutes. So I'm thinking this is a good sign. Again, I've never made bread, so I don't really know what this is supposed to do, but I'm just gonna not touch it, just let it do its thing. A 1/2 stick of butter melted. Here's what our yeast mixture is looking like after 10 minutes. We want it to be nice and bubbly. Into our mixing bowl, I'm going to place our melted butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, tablespoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. Whisk all of this together. Here goes nothing. I'm going to add in our yeast mixture and then just kind of whisk this all together. So now I'm putting the mixture onto our stand mixer. Use our bread hook attachment. When I went to the store, I got some bread flour. I got the organic kind, but you obviously do not have to do that. 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups. I'm gonna lock our top down, and then I'm gonna just turn it on to a low setting first, because you don't want all of your flour to go crazy on you. So once it starts to incorporate, then you can always bring it up to a higher speed so it'll mix a little quicker, but you don't want all the flour going poof out of the mixer. Add another cup of flour. Looks like it's pretty well incorporated, so I'm going to add another cup of our bread flour. We'll know it's done when it's not sticking, and it won't stick to the side of the mixing bowl either. So I'm going to add another 1/2 cup. This is our first 1/2 cup, and we'll see what this does for it. Still a little sticky, but not as sticky, you'll see, as it was. I think I'm going to add another 1/2 cup. It's like almost there, I think. I think it'll just be 1/2 cup that we'll add. Add 1 more 1/2 cup. Pray for me. I just really hope I'm not messing this up. but it still does seem a little sticky, so. We have our dough. That seems really good. Like I can pick it up. It's not really sticking too much. What I'm gonna do real quick, just put a little bit of olive oil into our bowl and just kind of coat the sides, and then just kind of coat the outside. So I'm just putting it on my stove. It said to use shortening or butter, but I've always in the past seen recipes use olive oil, so that's what I used. Putting a towel over it, and we're gonna let this rise for about an hour and a half. Okay, so I've got my 2 loaf pans. I'm just gonna use some extra virgin olive oil to grease our pans, just so nothing sticks to your pan. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It actually did rise. Look at that. So I moved this off the stove. You're gonna give it a good punch. That was so much fun. And then take some flour. So I'm just using the same bread flour I was using, and just kind of sprinkle it around. I don't know if this is too much, but all right. So now we're just gonna take our dough. You just want to give this a good knead for a couple of minutes. I don't know if I used too much flour. You just don't want it to stick. Whoops, I'm making a mess with the flour also, in case anyone was wondering. I don't really know what I'm doing. I did watch a video about kneading. This is not exactly what it said, but you just want to get out the air pockets. Now what I'm going to do is try to just break this in half. Kind of. Maybe I can cut it. It says to put it into kind of like a rectangle. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. And then I'll roll it up a little here. Fold under my edges. And I'm just gonna put it right in there like that. So that is one. Number 2 here. Okay. Now I'm going to take the cooking spray and just kind of spray a little on there, and then flip it over. Let these rise until they're really filling out your pans. While the pans are rising, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 375. What our bread is looking like, it's been about 15 minutes. So you can see they rose. Now they're actually touching the saran, which is why we sprayed the saran, because we don't want it to stick. So what we're gonna do is take off the saran wrap and put these in the oven. All right, it is time to take the bread out of the oven. It's been 25 minutes. Ooh, look at that bread. Look at that, so pretty. Now that we have this out of the oven, I have about a tablespoon of butter that I just melted in the microwave. and I'm just gonna brush it right on top. This bread, oh my God, like so good, relatively easy steps, you know, there wasn't anything too crazy that we had to do to make it, but so worth it. And you get 2 whole loaves. If you're a normal person, unlike me, you'd probably freeze one and not eat both of them, but at this rate, we're 3 days in and we've already got 1 loaf down. So apparently it was a hit in our house, and I hope if you make it, you like it as well. Thank you so much for watching this week. Next week, as a little sneak peek, I'm going to be making grilled cheese and tomato soup with the bread. So stay tuned for that. If you liked this video, smash that thumbs up below. If you'd like more weekly dinner inspiration, please subscribe to my channel as I release videos every Wednesday. And we'll see you next week. Hope you have a good one. Bye, everyone.